Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Thursday evening. Just got done with dinner. Hope you guys are grinding forward. Let's talk about depression. There's a season of depression going around. I usually stay pretty even, but I'm submersed in a program and in a lifestyle that keeps me even. And let's talk about that a little bit, of what we can do to snap out of our season of depression or to maintain our strength so we don't slide backwards. Now, depression is a clinical diagnosis, and I think it's worth talking to somebody, a psychiatrist. I found this helpful for myself, and one of the reasons why is because depression is looked at as an attachment to an unresolved trauma from the past. You have issues from the past that are haunting you and that you haven't worked out yet. And the only way to go forward is to go back and set your story straight, to smooth out those wrinkles. And this may be in more than one place within your timeline, within your story of who you are. It may be from when you're a kid. It also may be from when you were a young man. Who knows? But you need to go back to the relationship, whether it is with your mother or your former wife or whoever it was, and resolve that inside of you so you're past it. So that's truly water under the bridge, and you're no longer holding resentments or bitterness or grudges or shame or guilt. A lot of time our depression is a self-inflicted wound in more ways than one, but we're beating ourselves up for something we should have done or could have done or should have seen differently or whatever. So you may need to go through a process of forgiveness. You may need to learn to forgive your enemies. That's so difficult, but it's so necessary. And you may need to, in that process, to learn to forgive yourself, which is very difficult. I think it's even more difficult to forgive ourselves than it is to forgive our enemies. You need to learn to forgive yourself too, and move forward. Get rid of all that baggage. The past no longer exists. So you need to seek help and keep that as an option. You don't need to tell anybody. I used to literally sneak off. I had an apartment full of buddies. I lived with a couple different dudes in an apartment, and I was much younger, and we'd sit around drinking all day, talking shit. I'd literally just get up, lie about where I was going, and sneak off, drive across town, go to a therapist, because I knew my friends would tease me. I knew nobody would understand. So why talk about it? It's none of their business. I'm just trying to keep from putting a gun in my mouth. So look at it as you're saving your life. That's what you're doing. You're going to save your life, and you're going to seek help. You're going to become the best version of yourself. You're not going to just get back on top to some former level. You're going to become the best version of yourself, but you may need help to do it. And when you're seeking that help, I'll just add this, we move on, but be open to doing the work. Be willing to do the work. This work on self. Another way that you can get out of depression is to be productive. Jordan Peterson always talks about this. Clean up your room. Start up by cleaning up your house. Make your bed. Get into a ritual of this and do this every single day. Wake up at the same time so your circadian rhythm gets on a regular routine. I suggest waking up early. If you're depressed, wake up early. Jump out of bed. Don't sit there. Make your bed. Have a clean room, clean your room, do your laundry, all that stuff. Make sure your bathroom's clean, all of it. Especially when you're depressed, because you may be giving up on life in general. Get on those projects, the important projects and the little ones. Sure, you're going to give yourself something to do, so you're not going to just sit around dwelling on how much everything sucks. But you're going to try to move forward despite the fear, despite the world feeling like it's against you. Be productive with your creativity. You should have a creative outlet. I like to write books. I've written 4 books at this point. Currently working on one that's going pretty well. It's pretty exciting, and it's become kind of a therapy for me. My creative outlet is a place where I can dump out a lot of my emotion. And as men, we don't really have a realm for that. We're supposed to be stoic. We're not supposed to have emotion. We're supposed to detach, but yet you do. And when you're depressed, you're lost in a world of emotion. So have your creativity. If you play guitar, go and play like Ted Nugent. I had heard that if you go and knock on Eddie Van Halen's door, if he was home and not on tour, rest in peace, Eddie, he would come to the door with his guitar strapped on him. He's playing all the time, wouldn't be plugged in or nothing. He's just playing all the time, all the time. Get on your hobby and do it. Become obsessed with it. You never know where it can take you. Your depression and turn you into the greatest artist that ever lived. And work. We're talking about productivity. Get on top of some work. Work hard. Level up. Make some more money. Become manager next month. Another way to get out of depression is to socialize with your support group. And this may be some friends, maybe your family. Hopefully you have at least one friend in this world, somebody that you can call or text. And hopefully you have a family member. Not everybody has close family. As I've gotten older, I've realized the importance of family, and I've made it a point to try and forgive some of my family for all the stuff we've been through, and to seek forgiveness from them as well. It's a two-way street. And to rebuild some of those relationships, because there was a long time in my life when I really felt like I just had no connection or contact with family, and I've realized that's important. And if you don't have that option, maybe get a pet and explore some adventures with your pet, with your dog. Go socialize with your dog. Take your dog out. You see how happy your dog is to go on walks, to go take your dog in the woods. Do that every day. Another thing you want to think about when you're getting out of depression, or just avoiding depression in general, just as a lifestyle, staying pretty even, so you don't have to go through some emotional roller coaster ride once every year or 5 years or however often you go through this, is to stay on top of your nutrition. This is very hard, at least it is for me. It's easy for some of you. Eat well, eat healthy. There's lots of videos on it. You may need to explore what good nutrition is. I had to look into it. I had thought I knew it. I thought I had a good handle on it. I didn't. I didn't. And food is a drug, so you want to use that wisely. You want to be able to get what you need, and you may be feeling depression or anxiety or all kinds of emotions because you're literally starving yourself for nutrition or for protein or who knows what. So get on top of that, have a well-rounded diet, and I suggest getting in a routine of eating some similar foods all the time. Forget this kind of adventurer, foodie lifestyle of always having something different. Your gut doesn't do well with that. Most people's don't. And your gut health is important for your mental health. There's a lot of studies on this. Exercise regularly is another aspect of avoiding depression or getting yourself out of depression. And when you're lost in depression, you may not feel like exercising. Force yourself to do it. You may need that inner drill sergeant to yell at yourself. Get up, get on your feet, and do it. I don't care if you're crying as you're jogging out at 4 in the morning and it's still dark out. The crickets aren't even, done chirping yet. The birds aren't even up yet. Do it anyways. Exercise regularly. Get on an exercise program. If you're depressed, you need some body movement. You need to get some adrenaline going. This will help you emotionally. It'll help you in a lot of ways. Another way to get yourself out of depression and to maintain a healthy lifestyle where you don't slip into depression is through a strong spiritual practice and a spiritual connection, to become a spiritual warrior. Consult with your God daily. Many of you are chosen ones and you feel the calling, but this is the time to explore it. God is calling out to you. So all you need to do is listen. Recognize the signs and signals sent your way daily. You're being bombarded with messages. You can meditate. Meditation is a great way to just get rid of a lot of the BS, a lot of the nonsense that goes on inside our brain, and just kind of get into this even state where we're detached from all the crap that we're thinking. And you want to, another way that you can, let's make this the last way. I could go on with this, and anybody wants to talk about depression, you can contact me. Now, I'm not a therapist, and I'm not going to do therapy with you. I will suggest a therapist for you, but I know this is a serious issue, and we've become friends on this channel, and I don't like to turn my friends away. I wouldn't turn my brother away. Upgrade your life, and I've talked about this a lot in the last year. So, of course, your image, your style, that's important, and that has a lot of mental health aspects to it, especially confidence building. Be proud of who you are. Work on who you are in all ways, always. You might need to put some more artwork up on your walls. One of you that I coach needs to do that. And I've been telling you for a while, you need to get some more artwork on your walls, man. Do something with your place, upgrade it, make it your castle. As you're upgrading yourself, upgrade your environment. Some of you may need to move across town to a better place, I don't know. But bottom line with this is learn to take care of yourself like you're someone that you care about deeply. And that was something that I heard, I'll give credit where credit is due, I heard Jordan Peterson talk about, and it's so right on. Learn to take care of yourself like you were someone that you loved. How would you take care of someone that you loved? Well, do that with yourself every day in general. You need some time in nature, go spend time in nature. You need some time off, go take time off. You need to do some more grinding, and you know you do, well, get on it and grind more and mentor yourself in a kind way, just like you would take care of someone else. You have all the wisdom of the universe inside of you. You just need to unlock it. It's food for thought.